Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and a true conceit of godlike amity, which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of thy lord. But if you knew to whom you show this honor, how true a gentleman you send relief, how great a lover of thy lord your husband, I know you'd be prouder of thy work than customary bounty can enforce you.
I never did repent for doing good, nor shall not now. For in companions that do converse and waste the time together, whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love, there must needs be a like proportion of lineaments, of manners, of spirit, which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my lord, must needs be like my lord. Here are other things. Lorenzo, I commit unto your hands the husbandry and manage of my house, until my lord's return. For my own part, I have towards heaven breathed a secret vow to live in prayer and contemplation, only attended by nurse here. I do desire you not to deny me this imposition, which my love and some necessity now lays upon you.
Madam, with all my heart I shall obey you in all fair commands.
My people do already know my mind, and will acknowledge you and Jessica in place of Lord Bassanio and myself. And so fare you well, till we shall meet again.
Fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you.
I wish your ladyship all heart's content. I thank you for your wish, and I'm well pleased to wish it back on you. Fare you well, Jessica. Now, Balthazar, as I have ever found thee honest true, so let me find you still. Take this letter, and use thou all the endeavor of a man in speed to Padua. See thou render this unto my cousin's hands, Dr. Bellario, and look what notes and garments he doth give thee. Bring them, I pray thee, with imagined speed unto the Tranent, to the common ferry which trades to Venice. Waste no time in words, but get thee gone. I shall be there before thee.
Madam, I go with all convenient speed.
Come, nurse. I have some work at hand that you know yet not of. We shall see our husbands before they think of us.
Shall they see us?
They shall, but in such a habit that they shall think we are accomplished with what we lack. I'll hold thee any wager when we were both accoutred like young men.
Why shall we turn to men? But come, I will tell thee all my whole device when we are in my coach,
which stays for us at the park gate. Therefore haste away, for we must measure 20 miles today.
Yes, truly. For look you, the sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Therefore I promise thee I fear you. I was always plain with you, so now I will speak my agitation of the matter. Therefore be of good cheer, for truly I think you are damned. There is but one kind of hope that can do you any good, and that is but a kind of bastard hope neither.
And what hope is that, I pray thee?
Mary, you may hope that your father got you not, that you are not the Duke's daughter.
That were a kind of bastard hope indeed. So the sins of my mother should be visited upon me. I shall be saved by my husband, he hath made me a Christian.
Truly the more to blame he. We were Christians now before, living as well as one by another. And this making of Christians will raise the price of hogs if we all grow to be pork eaters. Surely it'll put a rasher on the coals for money.
I'll tell my husband, Lancelot, what it is you say. Here he comes.
I shall grow jealous of you shortly, Lancelot, if you thus get my wife into corner.
You need not fear us, Lorenzo. Lancelot and I are out. He tells me flatly there is no mercy for me in heaven, for I am a Jew's daughter. He says you are no good member of the Commonwealth, and in converting Jews to Christians, you raise the price of pork.
I think the best grace of thy wit will quickly turn into silence, and discourse grow commendable in none only but parrots. Go in, sirrah, bid them prepare for dinner.
That is done, sir. They all have stomachs.
Goodly Lord, what a wit snapper you are. And bid them prepare dinner.
That is done too, sir. Only cover is the word.
Will you cover then, sir?
Not so, sir. I know my duty.
Yet more quarreling with the occasion. Wilt thou show thy whole wealth of wit in an instant? I pray thee. Understand a plain man in his plain meeting. Go to thy fellows. Bid them cover the tables. Serve in the meat. And we will come into dinner.
For the meat, sir, it shall be served in. And the tables shall be covered. For your coming in for dinner, let it be as humorous and conceit shall govern.
Oh, dear discretion, those words are suited. The fool hath in his memory an army of good words, and I do know many a fool that stand in better place, garnished like himself, for tricksy word to hide the matter. How cheerest thou, Jessica? And thou, good sweet, say thy opinion. How dost thou like the Lord Bassanio's wife?
Past all expressing. It is very meet the Lord Bassanio live an upright life, for having such a blessing in his lady, he finds the joys of heaven here on earth.
And ere such a husband, hast thou of me as she is for a wife?
Nay, but ask my opinion too of that.
I will anon. Let's first go to dinner.
Nay, let me praise you while I have a stomach.
No, I pray thee, let it serve for table talk. Then, howsoe'er thou speakest, among other things I shall digest it.
Well, I'll set you forth.
Optimum vitae, pessimum mortis, pessimum vitae, optimum mortis. Optimum vitae, pessimum mortis, pessimum vitae, optimum mortis. Optimum vitae, pessimum mortis, pessimum vitae, optimum
What, is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
I am sorry for thee. Thou art come to answer a stony adversary, an inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty from any dram of mercy.
I have heard your grace had taken great pains to qualify his rigorous course. But since he stands adurt, I am armed to suffer with a quietness of spirit, very tyranny and rage of his.
Go on and call the Jew into the court.
He is ready at the door. He comes, my lord.
Make room and let him stand before our face. Shylock. The world thinks, and I think so too, that thou but leadest this fashion of thy malice to the last hour of act. And then 'tis thought thou wilt show thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty. And where thou now exact the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt not only loose the forfeiture, but touched with human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew.
I have possessed your grace of what I propose, and by our holy Sabbath have I sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. If you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. You'll ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of carrying the flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that, but say it is my humor. Is it answered? What if my house be troubled with a rat, and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it banned? What? Are you answered yet? Some men there are love not a gaping pig. Some that are mad if they behold a cat. And others, when the bagpipe sings in the nose, cannot contain their urine. For affection, mistress of passion, sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. Now for your answer. As there is no firm reason to be rendered why he cannot abide a gaping pig, why he a harmless, necessary cat, why he a woolen bagpipe, but of force must yield to such inevitable shame that he offends, himself being offended. So can I give no reason, nor I will not, save for a lodged hate and a certain loathing I bear Antonio, that I follow thus a losing suit against him. Are you answering?
This is no answer, thou unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hates any man the thing he would not kill.
Every offense is not a hate at first.
What? Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice?
I pray thee, think you question with the Jew? You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf why he had made the ewe beat for the lamb. You may as well forbid the mountain pines to wag their high tops and to make no noise when they are threatened with the gusts of heaven. You may as well do anything, most hard, as seek to soften that. And which what's harder? His Jewish heart. Therefore I do beseech you, make no more offers, use no farther means, but with all brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment, and the Jew as well.
For that 3,000 ducats, here's 6.
If every ducat and 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts, and every part a ducat, I would not draw them. I would have my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What judgment shall I dread, doing no wrong? You have among you many a purchased slave, which, like your asses and your dogs and mules, you use in abject and in slavish parts, because you bought them. Shall I say to you, let them be free, marry them to your heirs? Why sweat they under burthens? Let their beds be made soft as yours, and let their palates be seasoned with such viands. You will answer, the slaves are ours. So do I answer you. The pound of flesh which I demand of him is dearly bought. 'Tis mine, and I will have it. If you deny it, fie upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I stand for judgment. Answer! Shall I have it?
Upon my power, I may dismiss this court unless Bellario, a learned doctor, whom I have sent for to determine this, come here today.
My lord, here stays without a messenger with letters from the doctor, new come from Padua.
Bring us the letter. Call the messenger.
Good cheer, Antonio. What man, courage yet? The Jew shall have my flesh, blood, bones, and all. Thou shalt lose from me one drop of blood.
I'm a tainted wither of the flock. Meet is for death, the weakest kind of fruit drops earliest to the ground. And so let me. You cannot better be employed, Bassanio, than to live still and write my epitaph.
Come you from Padua, from old Bellario?
From both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace.
Why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly?
To cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there.
Not on my soul, but on my soul! Harsh Jew, thou makest thy knife keen, but no metal can. No, nor the hangman's axe bear half the keenness of thy sharp envy. Can no prayers pierce thee?
No, none that thou hast wit to make.
Oh, be thou damned, inexorable dog, and for thy life let justice be accused. Thou almost makest me waver in my faith to hold opinion with Pythagoras, that the souls of animals do infuse themselves within the trunks of men. Thy cursed spirit, governed by a wolf, hanged for human slaughter, even from the gallows, did his fell soul fleet, and whilst thou lay in thy unhallowed dam, infused itself in thee. For thy desires are wolvish, bloody, starved, and ravenous.
Till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond, thou but offendest thy lungs to speak so loud. Repair thy wit, good youth, or it will fall to careless ruin. I stand here for law.
This letter doth commend a young and learned doctor to the court. Where is he?
He attended here hard by to know your answer, whether you'll admit him.
With all my heart. Go and give him courteous conduct to this place. Meantime, the court shall hear Bellario's letter.
Your grace shall understand that the receipt of your letter I am very sick, but in the instant that your messenger came in loving visitation was with me a young doctor of Rome. His name is Balthazar. I acquainted him with the cause and controversy between the Jew and Antonio the merchant. We turned over many books together. He is furnished with my opinion. I leave him to your gracious acceptance, whose trial shall better publish his commendation.
You hear the learned Bellario, what he writes? And here I take it is the doctor come. Give me your hand. Come you from old Bellario?
I did, my lord.
You are welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with the difference that holds this present question in the court?
I'm informed thoroughly of the cause. Which is the merchant here, and which the Jew?
Antonio and old Shylock. Both stand forth.
Is Shylock your name?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow, and yet in such a rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within his danger, do you not?
Aye, so he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as a gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. It is mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute of awe and majesty wherein doth sit the fear and dread of kings. But mercy is above this sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute of God himself. And then earthly powers show likest gods when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which, if thou followest this strict court of Venice, must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds upon my head, I crave the law, the penalty and forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here I tender it for him in the court. Yea, twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times o'er on forfeit of my head, my hands, my heart. If this will not suffice, it must appear that malice bears down truth. And I do beseech you, rest once the law to your authority. To do a great right, do a little wrong, and curb this cruel devil of his will.
It must not be. There is no force in Venice can alter a decree established. 'Twill be recorded as a precedent, and many an error of the same example will rush unto the state.
Daniel, come to judgment, yea, Daniel! Wise young judge, how I do honor thee.
I pray you, let me look upon the bond.
Here 'tis, most reverend doctor, here it is.
Shylock, there's thrice thy money offered thee.
An oath! An oath! I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? No, not for Venice.
Why, this bond is forfeit. And lawfully by this, that you may claim a pound of flesh to be cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Take thrice thy money, bid me tear the bond.
When it is paid according to the tenor, it doth appear you are a worthy judge. You know the law, your exposition hath been most sound. I charge you by the law, whereof you are a well-deserving pillar. Proceed to judgment. By my soul I swear there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I stay here on my bond.
Most heartily. I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Then, thus it is. You must prepare your bosom for his knife.
No! No, excellent young man.
For the intent and purpose of the law have full relation to the penalty which here appeareth due upon the bond.
'Tis very true, O wise and upright judge. How much more elder art thou than thy looks?
Therefore lay bare your bosom.
Aye, his breast. So says the bond, doth it not, noble judge? Nearest his heart. Those are the very words.
It is so. Are there balance here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
Hath by some surgeon on your charge, Shylock, to stop his wounds, lest he do bleed to death.
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed, but what of that? 'Twere good you do so much for charity.
I cannot find it. 'Tis not in the bond.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
But little. I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Fare you well. Grieve not that I am fallen to this for you. Commend me to your honorable wife. Tell her the process of Antonio's end. Say how I loved you. Speak me fair in death. And when the tale is told, bid her be judged whether Bassanio had not once a love. Repent but you that you shall lose your friend, and he repents not that he pays your debt. For if the Jew do cut but deep enough, I will pay it presently with all my heart.
Antonio, I am married to a wife which is as dear to me as life itself. The life itself, my wife, and all the world are not with me esteemed above thy life. I would lose all. I sacrificed them all here to this devil to deliver you.
Your wife would give you little thanks for that. If she were by to hear you make the offer.
I have a wife whom I protest I love. I would she were in heaven, so that she could entreat some power to change this cursed Jew.
'Tis well you offer it behind her back, which would make else an unquiet house.
These be the Christian husbands. I have a daughter. Would she were married to any of the stock of Barabbas rather than a Christian? We trifle time. I pray thee, pursue sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
Most rightful judge.
And you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
Most learned judge. A sentence. Come. Prepare!
Tarry a little. There is something else. This bond awards thee no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond, take thy pound of flesh. But in the cutting of it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are, by the laws of Venice, confiscate unto the state of Venice.
An upright judge, mark you a learned judge!
Is that the law?
Thyself shalt see the act, for as thou urgest justice, thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest.
Learned judge, mark you, Jew, an upright judge!
I take this offer then. Pay the bond price and let the Christian go.
Here's the money.
Soft! The Jew shall have all justice. Soft, no haste. The Jew shall have nothing but the penalty.
Mark you, Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge!
Therefore prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor cut thou more nor less, but just a pound of flesh. If thou cuts more or less, but just a pound of flesh. Be it so much as makes it heavy or light in the substance, or the division of the 20th part of one scruple. Nay, if the scale do turn, but the estimation of the hair, thou diest, and thy lands are confiscate.
Daniel, mark Jew, now infidel, I have you on the hip.
Why doth the Jew pause? Take thy forfeiture.
Give me my principal and let me go.
I have it ready for thee. Here it is.
He hath refused it in the open court. He shall have nothing but justice and his bond.
Daniel, still I say a second Daniel, I thank you, Jew, for teaching me that word.
Shall I not have barely my principal?
Thou shalt have nothing but thy forfeiture, to be taken at thy peril.
Why then the devil give him good of it? I'll stay no longer question.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice that if it be proved by indirect or direct attempts, an alien seek the life of any citizen, the party against the which he doth contrive may seize 1/2 his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life lies in the hands of the Duke against all other voice. In which predicament I say thou standst, for it appears, by indirect and direct attempts too, thou hast sought the very life of the defendant, and thou hast incurred the danger by me formerly rehearsed. Down, therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
That thou shalt see the difference of our spirits, I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. For half thy wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half comes to the general state, which humbleness may drive unto a fine.
Aye, for the state, not for Antonio.
Nay, take my life and thou pardon not that. You take my house when you do take the prop which does sustain my house. You take my life when you do take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
So please, my lord, the Duke, and all the court, to quit the fine for 1/2 of his goods. I am content. So he will let me have the other half in use to render it upon his death unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. 2 things provided more. That for this favor, he presently become a Christian. The other, that he do record a gift here in the court of all he dies possessed unto his son Lorenzo and his daughter.
He shall do this, or else I do recant the pardon that I late pronounced here.
Art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say?
Sir, I entreat you home with me to dinner.
I humbly do request your grace of pardon. I must leave this night away to Padua, and it is meet I presently set forth.
Ah, I am sorry that your leisure serves you not. Antonio, gratify this gentleman, for in my mind, you are much bound to him.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend have, by your wisdom, been this day acquitted of grievous penalties, in lieu whereof 3,000 ducats, due unto the Jew, we freely cope your courteous means of all.
And stand indebted, over and above, in love and service to you evermore.
He is well paid that is well satisfied, and I, in delivering you, am well satisfied, and therein do account myself well paid. My mind was never yet more mercenary. I pray you, know me when we meet again. I wish you well, and so take my leave.
Dear sir, of force I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance of us, as a tribute, not as a fee. Grant me 2 things, I pray you, not to deny me and to pardon me.
You press me far, and therefore I will yield. Give me your gloves. I'll wear them for your sake. And for your love, I'll take this ring from you. Do not turn back your hand. I'll take no more. And you, in love, shall not deny me this.
This ring, good sir, alas, it is a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I will take no more. And only thinks I have a mind to it.
This more depends on this than on the value. The dearest ring in Venice will I give you, and find it out by proclamation. Only for this, I pray you pardon me.
I see, sir. You are liberal in your offers. You taught me first to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
Good sir, this ring was given me by my wife. And when she put it on, she made me vow that I should neither sell, nor give, nor lose it.
Oh, that excuse serves many men to save their gifts. And if your wife be not a mad woman, and know how well I have deserved the ring, she would not hold out enemy forever for giving it to me. Well, peace be with you.
My lord Bassanio, let him have the ring. Let his deservings and my love withal be valued against your wife's commandment.
Go, Martin, run and overtake him. Give him the ring, and bring him if thou canst unto Antonio's house. Away! Make haste! Come. You and I will thither presently. In the morning early will we both fly toward Belmont. Come, Antonio.
Inquire the Jew's house out. Give him this deed, bid him sign it. We shall wait tonight and be a day before our husband's home. This deed will be well welcome to Lorenzo.
Fair sir, you are well ordained. My lord Bassanio, upon more advice, to send you here his ring and doth entreat your company at dinner.
His ring I do accept most thankfully, and so I bid you tell him. Furthermore, I pray you show my youthful Shylock's house.
This will I do.
Sir, I will speak with you. I'll see if I can get my husband's ring, that which I did make him swear to keep forever.
Thou mayest, I warrant. We shall have old swearing that they did give these rings away to men.
We'll outface them, and outswear them too.
Away then! Make haste. Thou knowest where I will tarry.
Come, good sir, will you show me to this house?